Hello, welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we are Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
Well, we just pulled out of Amarillo, the big Texan RV park, and for the first time since we've had our RV and got to Texas, we're leaving Texas, y'all. Mixed emotions. I love Texas and leaving some good friends and family, but we'll be back. We are heading today to Raton, New Mexico, and then continuing our journey to the Northwest.
The Northwest?
Northwest. And as you can see, Harry's all comfortable for his travel day. And we're getting ready to film going into New Mexico soon. New Mexico, the land of enchantment. We haven't spent much time together in New Mexico besides visiting my Nana, who used to live there for a few years. And Jarhead spent quite a bit of time in the field as a Marine on field ops in New Mexico. We stayed at the Willow Springs RV Park. It was a simple park, no frills, but it was a nice stop for a couple of nights. We got a 10% military discount. In Colorado Springs, we stayed at the foot of the Rockies RV Park. Despite this crazy steep driveway, it's a nice place to stop for a few nights. We were able to use Passport America and get 2 nights at half price. This park is mainly full of long-term visitors or residents, but it was nice for a few nights. Travel day. We didn't get much of it on film, but we stayed in Raton, New Mexico for 2 nights. The day in between that we had to explore, it rained all day. We even got some hail. No damage though, thankfully. And then we went into Colorado. We stayed in Colorado Springs for 4 nights, but again, it rained the whole time except for yesterday. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and I went up to see my 96-year-old cousin. It was great seeing her, and then we hung out with nursing our travel bugs for a bit. And today we are heading into Wyoming. What did you think about Colorado, babe?
It reminds me of home a lot. There's quite a bit of decent-sized hills. I wouldn't say mountains yet, but we're getting there. It's a little more open than Washington, than the Pacific Northwest. A lot less trees. Beautiful country, but if you come here, beware of the roads. Both the highway, well, we're on actually a pretty decent piece of highway right now, but there's a lot of potholes and all kinds of weird stuff on the highway. And once you get off the highway, you have weird markings I've never seen before, green signs and X marks and all kinds of weird stuff. And most of the parking lots are one way in, one way out. So we've had to make weird turns and U-turns around blocks and 2-3 blocks or whatever, and just to find our way back to a road that we were trying to get off of out of a parking lot. So
yeah, thankfully not hooked up to the RV for those experiences.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to even get off the highway in the RV.
Yeah,
unless we were heading for a big truck stop or something.
Yeah. We got to meet up with Wayward Wags and go to dinner with them twice, and Nursing Our Travel Bug got together with us for the second night, and so that's about all we did. I was having migraines and it was raining all day, so we didn't get to explore Colorado, but we'll be back. I've got a whole list of things we want to do here.
Yeah, and that's just one city, Colorado Springs.
Right. So we're gonna keep on heading into Wyoming and stop for the night for 2 nights up in a campground in Wyoming. Welcome to Wyoming, also known as Big Wyoming or the Cowboy State. We never spent any time in Wyoming besides driving through, but I always wanted to move here as a kid and have horses and do the rodeo thing. We stayed at the Red Desert Rose Campground in Rawlins, Wyoming. It was a nice park. They had special touches that made it very nice. There was a courtesy vehicle for grocery trips and such. And then when you check in, they give you a sweet little note with mints to put under your pillow like a real resort. Right off of the interstate, so you do get some highway noise. We did get a military discount here. They have a pool, mini golf, horseshoes, and a nice dog park. There's free Wi-Fi and cable in most spots. It is a very clean park with beautiful views. Travel day. We are headed out of Wyoming into Utah, and we'll be staying in Ogden, Utah for 3 nights. We're going to do our first KOA.
A lot of money at KOA.
Yeah, we got the membership. We didn't think we'd be using KOA much, but there's really nothing else available right now in that area, so that's what we got. Utah, yay! Utah is the beehive state. We've only driven through before, but we hope to spend some more time here next time. There's so much beauty to see in Utah. The Arches, the Great Salt Lake, just to mention a couple. We'd love to go there. Well, we didn't record it, but we stayed at the KOA in Brigham City. It was a very nice campground. Today's another travel day. We are leaving Ogden, Utah, and heading into Idaho. This is day 11 out of Texas. What do you think so far?
I mean, we've done the drive before. We've just done it a lot faster. I was telling her normally we'd be from Texas to Washington in about 2, maybe 3 days. We've been on the road now for what, you said 11?
11 days.
11 days, yeah. So it still seems a little fast, but we have reservations that we're trying to make in Oregon, and then we'll slow down once we get there. So.
Yep, meeting up with some special friends in Oregon, and can't wait. And in Idaho, no, this is Utah. In Utah, I got to see a friend that I made in Okinawa named Brooke. Hi, Brooke. We got to go to dinner at this restaurant in Ogden called the Prairie Schooner. It's a really cool restaurant steakhouse with you're eating in a covered wagon, and each little booth is a covered wagon, and you're in the middle of the restaurant. There's a desert scene, a campfire, wildlife. It's a pretty cool restaurant, as you can see from the pictures. And we didn't get to do anything else because I was sick and the weather was bad, so we planned extra days at each stop so we could explore, but we didn't get to explore this time. Maybe
Next time. We'll be back through, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's a cool place we would have liked to check out, the Golden Spike Museum. Not really big into trains, but it would have been cool to go and see.
Yeah. And so now we're about into, while the road's shaking, we're about into Idaho, and maybe we can catch a picture of the border. We're in Idaho now, the gem state. We've never spent much time in Idaho. We've only driven through. It sure is beautiful. Well, today's another travel day, and we are leaving Idaho. We stayed 2 nights in Mountain Home, Idaho at Gem State RV Park. What did you think about that?
It wasn't, it was easy to get into. They actually had me pull across the grass into, it was a pull-through site, so they call it. But it was kind of loud. If you're not a real early riser, I wouldn't suggest it. There was a train maybe 300 yards from the park that was pretty constant, and there's also it looked like some kind of maybe cement plant or something, and you could hear the heavy equipment backing up all morning.
Beep, 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 beep. Early. They start early. I don't even know if they stopped at night. Oh, it was bad. And we tried to adventure. We went into Boise. We were going to go do some videoing in downtown Boise. Well, we didn't know it was downtown. We were going to go to the Basque area. There's a little square in Boise known for the Basque culture. And so we got down there and found out it was downtown, and he hates to drive this truck in downtown because of the parking and the narrow lanes and all that. So we tried to go and couldn't find parking. All the parking, even the paid parking that was actually a lot, wasn't available until after 4 or 5 p.m. So we tried.
All the parking lots were owned by the businesses or whatever. And they had pay to park, so I parked there, and then you go look at the sign, and it's only after business closes.
Right.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So we ended up not having a good day and just going back and picked up some pizza and went home. So that was our one day to explore in Boise. Was just ruined by the lack of parking or poor planning on my part, I guess. So anyhow, we're getting ready to go into Oregon today. We're going to be getting there shortly, so hopefully we can get a shot of the sign, "Welcome to Oregon." All right. Yay, now we're in Oregon. Oregon is known as the Beaver State. We made it right on time to meet up with our friends at Wild Horse Casino in Pendleton, Oregon, all the way from Texas to Oregon. It's been quite the trip. We had a couple of meals at the casino, but didn't spend much time there. The campground was very nice and had a free shuttle to the casino. We'd stay there again. We made some wonderful memories with our friends in Oregon and can't wait to continue and take you with us on the rest of our journey.
Well, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end. We'll see you next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
Bye.